This week, we're starting to look at the massive need to innovate and change the game. We're going to explore logistics, retail, and automotive in the fourth industrial revolution, together with some of the leading startup disruptors. Let's get it going. It's broken. Things are broken. We're surrounded by a world of short-term thinking. The vast majority of executives in our largest companies around the world are focused on keeping hungry equity markets happy. Quarterly results, annualized incentivized remuneration. Sustainability over the long term demands brands, and that's awareness and reputation built around a great, productive and service environment. To me, we're either on offense or on defense, and the majority are in defense in order to achieve short-term results. So what do I mean by defense? It's merely defending the bottom line each quarter and each year, cutting costs, increasing efficiencies, and just in sales mode all the time. The future, the fourth industrial revolution, demands offense, productivity, and above all else, innovation of products and services, both physically and as an operating culture, in order to build your brand. Innovate or die, the fourth industrial revolution. When you cut through the noise surrounding various technology, really comes down to delivering to the B2C and to the B2B customer new cutting-edge, time-saving and frictionless products and service solutions. Innovation must run throughout the enterprise. It's not a departmental thing, it's a vertically and horizontally integrated collaborative ecosystem thing. I gotta remind you of Toys R Us, the dominant, humongous force in kids' toys, and they just disappeared because they handed over the fulfillment to Amazon, and in so doing handed over customer familiarity of purchasing to Amazon online. Secondly, they failed to innovate. Huge and prime located stores that could have been placed for the kids to visit each day of the week for an entertaining or educational experience. It could have been amazing. Your CEO knows. But the good news is, according to Forbes, 72% of global CEOs believe the next 3 years will be the most critical for their industry than the last 50 years in total. In other words, 3/4 of your large enterprise leaders do know they need to adapt fast. Let's hope they keep responsibility and don't abdicate it to a project or chief innovation officer. Innovation needs driving from the top and throughout the enterprise and the entire ecosystem, because no one can hide as disruption is everywhere. No one is safe. As startups enter your market share, OEMs extend their reach direct to the consumer, your existing competitors evolve. No industry sector is safe from disruption. So which ones do you see as the most disruptive and the most exciting today? Logistics, retail and automotive, and many disruptors that are out there. Let's just take a look. Take Logistics 4.0. The customer demands speed and personalization, and a huge weight of responsibility rests with you in your in and your outbound supply chains. Technology and thinking is driving massive change. Digitalization, transparency and automation, it is all going on. Just to imagine direct communications from your supply chain, from the truck that leaves their depot, comes all the way to you and is constantly communicating directly with your shop floor. Should the highway start to slow them down, they'll communicate it to your line. It's amazing to know that that is the future and where it's going to go. The organization of logistics from a technological view will mainly change due to the implementation of business intelligence technologies, smartphone apps, AIDC, RFID technologies, and the miniaturization of electronics. The retail sector. It's a new sector for us, but massively exciting. That the Internet of Things has been revolutionizing the industry world is no surprise, but the retail sector, the last link in the production and distribution chain, is now also about to be disrupted beyond all recognition, just by technological innovation. Retail 4.0 is the way forward, clearly online for points of sale and beyond. We've already seen it in action in supermarkets with their self-service tills, and even in McDonald's, which has introduced an electronic ordering service. Also, you can see it in other parts of the world. Soon, however, we might start seeing entirely digital points of sale connected to the net without any real-life staff to interact with customers. It's happening all over, from mobile groceries on autonomous vehicles ordered up by phone or an app, and it's happening even with pizzas too. They're coming, you order them on your app, they're driven down, you leave your front door, and there it is for you to pick up. It's all going on. Amazon Go is the next thing, with the QR code reading grocery stores. So you go and you enjoy your QR code, you leave without even physically paying. Amazon Fresh Pickup. You order it again online and you can drive out within 15 minutes. So what? But more so, what happens is you drive in the parking lot. As soon as you're driving in, it picks up that you've entered and somebody comes out with your groceries, loads them into the trunk, into the boot, puts them in, and you drive away. It's all happening, it's all changing. The automotive sector next. There are so many forces in place, it's hard to actually even see which ones are going to come through and dominate the disruption. But across my research, it looks like the top 4, diverse mobility, autonomous driving, electrification, and connectivity, are going to lead the way. Some think revenues are declining in the automotive industry. However, most are being offset through new opportunities, be that car sharing value multiples, on-demand mobility, data connectivity services, including autonomous driving that delivers new forms of media and services. And then that is all combated with the fact that we've got so many emerging economies starting to purchase or car share coming around the world. And then there's an entirely new relationship coming about. New sophistication and complexity could bring multiple loves care of modularization. It will no longer be his or her little baby. It'll have multiple different loves you can have. Going away for the weekend, you're going to need a different vehicle. If you go out for the night in the city, it's going to be a different vehicle again through modularization. Gasoline vehicle maintenance and a switch of vehicle will no longer be fetched, but it will be delivered. We want to share and perhaps subscribe to our mobility needs. McKinsey actually predicts that by 2030, around 10% of vehicles on the road will be shared, and at the same velocity extended out to 2050, there'll be over 1/3 of vehicles no longer owned but shared. It's all driven by us moving into the cities, of course. And lastly, automotive manufacturers have to find ways to personalize vehicles and to keep upgrading as the buyer or sharer, as it will, expects it. The average mass production car manufacturer takes typically 18 months to design a new vehicle. That has to change to a far more agile model. So let's take a look even at now the new disruptors that are coming into industry. And we took it from the LinkedIn top 50. So let's start kicking in with some of the highlights of that. Some of those included the following. Number 49, I came across a group called Casper. They've come out a new way to get your mattress, your audio mattress personalized. They box it up and they deliver it to you. Number 45, called Squid or Squid. Cloud-based development tool that allows companies to develop applications without the need for coding. Number 37 was the Virgin Hyperloop. You know, the Branson, the Musk blending together. This is a new way to get around LA at high speed. Number 34, I found Robinhood. This is a new stockbroker app that doesn't charge commission for brokerage. Number 32 was Stitch Fix, which is a new online clothing accessory outlet that will deliver you tailored clothing just through a portal. Number 17 was Grail. It's a new scanning and analytics and artificial intelligence capable of detecting cancer. Number 9 was House Startup. It actually helps homeowners with decorating, design, and landscaping ideas and matches them with professionals. And again, you can go online and start designing. And that's just the tip of the many, many icebergs that are out there. So, I'm sure you've got your own favorites, you've got your own disruptors coming through. I'd love to hear what they are, because we want to get out and meet them, interview them, and bring them to you. Let me know.